So I'm just pumped to have all of you here today. What's going on, Peter? Maybe in honor of Peter, I'm trying to think what coin we could run that Peter would recognize. Maybe we'll do one of these beautiful duets. This one actually is like really nice looking. From the Zealand Mint, we'll do 20 seconds or 15 seconds with no sudden death. Any New Republic? Yes, I just uploaded some that I'm excited about. Oh, I'm so pleased, Jim. Nothing is really from the 60s, but I'll look out for it and see if there's anybody that would have it. Let's see. This one, I have a nice New Republic coin that has some cool toning, but a little bit of crystallization, but I'd be excited to offer it. Ringmaster Ray, congrats. We have a bunch of US, again, as I mentioned. We have some, but let's try. This was just uploaded. A little more expensive. Probably in like that 89 range. Peter might even be interested in it. Spanish. Yeah, we have Spanish Colonial. We do have a good amount of it. So a little bit crystallized on this edge. So that might not be to your liking, but has some cool fiery toning. And then a nice reverse as well. A Cassius QF Longinus Silver Denarius. But yeah, let me pull some of the Spanish. The French Colonial I'm not as sure of, but we do have a bunch of cool French types. And always good to get in right when the show starts. Get some good pickups, some nice deals. French, no, but I did reload on some good Jettons and a couple of earlier French types. These are both nice. They're 1895 50 centimes, especially on the left, is in really nice shape. These are, again, old French silver. Maybe we'll dollar start it with a sudden death. Scottish hammered I don't have. But yeah, again, you can really clearly see, nice condition on both sides of the coins. And, quite a pleasing look. Chaser 83, going to pick those up. There's a ton of, again, I did mention the US type, but let's do some Spanish Colonial of the Shipwreck variety. This one has an absolutely fantastic reverse. We'll run them out of place where I can make 10%. No sudden death. This one would be a Shipwreck off of El Cazador, a half real with a fantastic, again, reverse. Beautiful treasure after being sunk at sea for a long time. We've got a couple of the 2 reals. We also have some of the older types. Nerd Exchange going to jump in, but it's nice of the people that I purchased these from, we were able to pick some of the nicest looking ones. This one's been cut down below like so, but you can clearly see that it's 1783, which is awesome, as well as it has a really nice reverse. There would just be a lot of crystallization and chipping after being underground and buried in the sea for over 200 years. You might also like some of our nice big Campen Shipwreck Lion Dalders, which is more Dutch colonial. Widow's Mites, I don't think so. We sold a bunch of ours. I want to throw this out there for people who are interested. 1626 in beautiful shape. Again, from the bottom of the sea in the Campen Shipwreck. These are $3.99 starts. Nicer coin. We really focused on good eye appeal here when picking from this. I'm hoping I have. Oh yeah, the 2 reals. I forgot about that. I have some ancient stuff on the way that I'm really excited about. We got some great Roman types. And where's... Oh yeah, the 2 real. Oh, this is a full real. That's interesting as well. Let me try to find the 2s. Where's the 2s? Where's the 2s? Where's the 2s? Here we go. 1783. This is like at 109, but the coin is really quite nice. Shooting metals, yeah. John Joe, no. I have to update some of their descriptions, but I'm aiming to have some shooting metals in the next auction. Fantastic detail, and then you can see where it's like probably in a clump that got broken apart in the clump of shipwrecked items. 1783. And then these are some interesting ones. These are like Bolivian types. Let me just check what I paid for them. I think it's something decently high, but very good 8. You could tell it's going to be Charles II or Philip. We had paid $50, so I'm going to start this one for 59 or 64. Maybe we'll try 59. Yeah, you don't see the straight grade super frequently. I'm not surprised to see people jumping in on these. Not extremely common to come across the straight graded, cobs like so. Imperator, not tons of Roman Republic, but a little bit, which should be fun. Right here, this is 1676. Similar, but it's nice how you have the clear date. I only bought 2 of these coins like so, but it's nice to have a cob. It is environmental damage, but again, the 1676 was the perfect place to strike it because it's held throughout the 350 plus or 350 or so years that it's been around. 100 years before, obviously, we got our independence. Now let's see what some of these other. Do you have a couple of the multi-coin? We could try. These are the series types. This one is. It's actually a decent bit of silver in them, but we'll just sudden death at dollar start. These would have been struck between about 1870 and 1895 or so. No date, 50 centimes. They always have some good pop and action to them. DJSC currently in the lead, and DJSC. We'll snag those ones. At 12, we can do a couple. We can do maybe 1 or 2 more little lots of them. That 12 start gets me to where I'm in on them. And again, it's not common. I was pleased that I could find a source who had kind of a larger group of these in. Let me check that out for you. Which of the Campins looks best? They're all pretty nice, but there's got to be a best one of them. That one has like a grate on the reverse, but the lion side, you can see a lot of the shipwreck effect. This one was a little bit. That one's all around decent. This one has a little discoloration, but all the fundamentals are great. And then this one, honestly, I would say, you could pick if there was one that you liked the most there. Let me know, and maybe I'll run this one. I do want to get it sold. I may have paid a little too much. I think this one is right around. I would get a little less than melt on them at 10, but let's see. There's got to be some other. We have a nice Mauritania. We have some of the 5 francs. Mr. Birdie will scoop that. I think we go maybe this one for the nice camping. The nicest of them, at least. Upper left. I'll do this one, and then I'll do the one in the upper left because multiple people might want them as well. This one is a 1616. Very clear on either side. And again, more sought after shipwreck, and these are in real solid shape. And then I'll run the other one right after. But I've been really into, some of these neat shipwreck types recently, as you can, I'm sure, tell. Here's the upper left one. DJSC going to start there Beautiful reverse in terms of having all the detail there, as well as particularly in that crest. And I would not be shocked if there's some decent competition as people jump in. It also might be a little bit, yeah, you could definitely get some of that toning. Congrats. And then let's see, in terms of other, we still have some of these Ducatons. These are 84 starts. These are like a lot more affordable. They are full Ducatons. They would have sunk around 1735 in the Vliegend Shipwreck. That's funny. You can see there's the hindquarters of the horse charging across. So like big denomination, but cheaper just because it's been a little more discolored over time. It's interesting how the different ones kind of shake out after sitting, on the bottom of the ocean for a decent while. Let's see. We also have nice Morgan dollars. These ones probably start at like 40, 49-ish. I've got my ring light is super harsh on them. But let's see what else. We've got some of these, the classic Belgian Leopold silver types. It's tough. It's tough stuff. Muscle Bob. Wearing down Peter here. But yeah, I mean, lots of fun types, and keeping me updated. Please continue to keep me updated on what looks most interesting. I always try to get fun new types in, and so I think today is a solid example on that front. He truly is he's really the market. Here's a cool Mozart 10 euro commem. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. BS Hughes. Yeah, let's do the Vietnamese type. M. Cohen is going to start us here. And M. Cohen is going to win that one. Let's see. That's pretty solid, in terms of what I get, which is about 10% back. Melts for 1925. Let's see. Spanish absurdity. Yeah, let me check where that guy's hiding out. But there's the Castulo, and then I think, oh yeah, it's a nice Carthago Nova. It's got a cool, it's a little more expensive. It really reminds me of the Legionary Denari. It's probably like a 69-ish start. But let's try the 7 fan from Vietnam. Not a type that I've seen tons of. So I was pleased when I made the purchase. In pretty nice shape as well. Oh yeah, sounds good, long-legged. I'll definitely do that. These are Vietnamese from the Emperor Gia Long Zinc 7 fan coins. And oh wow, that one went a little bit less than I might have forecasted, but let's try. Normally we start these around at least like 7, but they were some in the teens last time. This one might be a little bit nicer. Very solid type. And interesting. I hadn't sold tons, but it also shows kind of the far-ranging influence of the Chinese. That's funny. And so that one will go to BSUs. Yeah, absolutely. Good looking coin. Let's try. This one's also in real solid shape. 32 star. It's got a little discoloration, but you know, maybe a little nicer shape than the prior ones that we've had. Leopold II 5 franc coin. La Union fait la force. And then why don't we try? I think this one could be quite popular. Only one way to find out, of course. We'll give it 30 seconds. Never sold a type of this before, but it's got that nice galley, as you can see. And it says CMAECI. It's right towards the end time. It's around 50 to 30 BC. That's when Octavian would have taken over. That would have been Augustus. He names himself Augustus. Older Russian or Irish? I think we've got some of both. We have some of the wires, some of the 5. That's really neat. Schleswig-Holstein. But again, a real solid coin, and always fun to get good ones in.
Where did the Jets go? Is it 81, WW81?
No, I think maybe WX50. But super cool Spanish type. Again, not one that I've seen frequently in the past. In fact, this is my only time seeing it. But Tiffany leading. Congratulations.
Should I just add it at the end?
Or have we used all of them up?
Yeah.
Then look at WX51. Oh yeah, add it at the end. Well, let me check. Guys, 1 sec. I'm just gonna check something quickly here on our end. Are there no? I guess we've used all of them up then. Maybe. Do you want to inventory them in? Dang, I have no idea where they would have gone. Can you? Sorry, we're figuring out where some items are supposed to be inventoried. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. 57 would be a good spot. And 58. And if it goes below, just like do them and don't have a specific SKU, and I'll figure it out. Because I honestly have no idea where. This is a very nice guy's Carmo Spanish. It's a lot of work muscle, Bob. We try hard to, we put a lot of effort into getting everything ready, basically. There's also some real solid Denari that I can start with a Vespasian, but in NGC holders that I'm pumped about. There's one other Spanish type as well, a very solid Castulo bull type. Beautiful Carmo Spanish type. Just fantastic looking. Nice one, AWD. We've got this one here, which is going to be Ancient Spain. This one would be, 49. And it has this nice bull on the reverse that you can see. It's like staring at us. Its body's kind of lengthways. And then you can see like the head, there's almost like 2 eyes, horn, body going to the left. Super interesting for the ancient Spanish fans. Congrats. And then why don't we do a couple of these, and people can also, go through and let me know, for requests what you're interested in, but very decent eye appeal, Vespasian. We'll do some different rulers here. The next one is like a somewhat worn, but this is the only Vespasian. He would have been brought in to take down, and let's see if we can, WIXVW PON, Pontiff. Oh, it's Pontiff Maxim is what that's saying. Should have gotten that in time. This one, I'm just going to warn, is a little bit, and I'm realizing I also might, just quickly here, knockout. This is a very nice do-it coin, but then we'll do another graded one next. Sudden Death, 1733 in quite good shape. From Zealand. I would say Hong Kong. Do you have a different pronunciation? I'm pretty sure everybody I know says Hong Kong. Or just Peter, or maybe Peter and I are both saying it the same crazy way. This one is going to be issued as Caesar, so it's a really interesting type of Domitian. It's lower grade, but it has this really interesting prancing horse on the reverse of it as well. I think makes it quite a neat type. Again, you can see it's, elegant horse there on the reverse. Domitian, he would have been ruling from as Caesar here, so that might have been under Titus or Vespasian. Titus was 79 to 81. Yeah, first Sunday show, I was able to take I try to rest 24 hours from coins and work at least once a week, and so I did that from Friday into Saturday today, this week. There's a nice Trajan. Kos, we have, I think that looks basically like a winged Victoria portrait. But a nice, again, Trajan Denarius. We also have some Hadrians today. I tried to scoop some cool ancients for sure. We've got, again, lots of different shipwreck types, though a lot of them are a bit more expensive. Just nice denary. Also got some cool ancient Indians, more of those Satavahana elephants in. I think we brought 2 Hadrians today. I'm terribly curious. Oh yeah, sounds good. Condor tokens keep bugging me about the condors. I just bought a lot from Europe that are gonna take a little while to get in. They were a bit more expensive, but everybody's been all over the condors recently, and so 49. Okay, I can't see what's 490474. Can you tell me what that coin is? Because I tried to look for it and it's not popping up. Here's the other, and this one has it's Justitia right across the bottom. And that's the other Hadrian that we have today. Also a nice Pius next, but again, very clear Justitia reverse. 4904. Oh, is that the Madonna thing? It's actually kind of expensive because of the melt price as well of the tray around it, which I don't have. They claim that was struck in 800. So I'd probably start that one for like, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I mean, I think it's actually decently heavy. Let me see if I have a kitchen scale around. Because I'd like to see how heavy it is. I think it might be more. Might have to start it because again, let's see, $69. I don't know what it melts for, but the thing is, what's on the inside, I mean, maybe that's similar, but I think you're actually looking at a decent amount of silver. I'm not sure what it is. I was aiming on doing $69, but a full, Madonna Thaler from the 1700s, Patrona Bavariae. You have Jesus and Mother Mary, and then Maximilian Joseph. This is 800 silver. The inside is 92.5. Kind of crazy. Any antiquities? No, I never really do much on the antiquities front. Schultz coins. Here we've got, this also I'll call out as a cool another metal that was like in the same batch. That is silver. Silver. And it has kind of similar Mother Mary. It seems to be X mount. But it is, Marian child from the city of Assen, angeboten durch die Gemeinde Assen. And again, nice mother and child Dutch metal. It's a different one from the one you had up. I'm going to do one of the Condors, then 2 more graded coins, and we can jump around. But we have a bunch of nice, Brianna, and I know there's a lot of fans of the metals. If you look for the metals, you'll see that we have some pretty decent stock. This one I could see bidding up a bit. 1794 Condor. These were basically in times of shortage of small change. People would make their own, and I got a nice group. Again, the Condors have gone up a little bit. It's costing me a lot more to replace them, but we also have a pretty nice selection, I would say. Good stock. And I think the 80 ones, those I paid like high 20s, I believe. And so I'll probably start them in the, try to start them for basically just at profit level. Here's another one. Again, then I do kind of want to do a couple more of those. This one has a fantastic stag on the front of it. 1796 Wiltshire. There's that stag on the front. J. Baster, Devizes, Wilts. Very nice looking Condor. That one will go to Gabe. Congratulations. We'll do a couple of these. If we want, we can. I think I have 2 more Condor tokens, something like that. This one is the Pacific Stacker. Already has a start bid on it. It's got a nice Tripo. Ian Vry coming in next. There's a little scratch on the front of it just to call it out, but great looking coin. Very interesting type. And then, congrats. We've got this one. I'll call out that's a bit scratched up, but trying to go up the kind of chain is a nice Marcus Aurelius Silver Denarius. We normally start these at 75 bucks. It's been, it's a bit scratched, but it has Pax on the reverse, so you can see clearly there. Again, nice Marcus Aurelius Denarius. And then let me find the other. We had some like real high end Condors. We have some Commodus. Might have some Lucius Verus. That one will go to Tiffany. We'll do these, and I don't want to, I would go and run all of them at the same time. This one is 55, 177 to 192. Has the nice cross cornucopias on there, which is kind of a cool reverse type that I could see having it bid up. Again, Commodus, the ruler there. Very cool. And then, again, maybe this one's actually really nice in terms of some of the detail on the front. But then we're going to run, next up is a 1794 Condor in fantastic shape. I could see bidding crazy high. And maybe it's not crazy because that's what I think it should bid to. But again, very clear. And almost younger looking, but let's see what it talks about. Here it says M. Commodus Antoninus Augustus, so he's talking about being part of the Antonine family. Now this one, again, started for 29, but I could see this one kind of rocketing higher. Just take a look at the condition. Very sharp. Payable at J. Clark's Marketplace in Norwich. Super pleasing. Tatum, Illify, Gabe. Nice win for Gabe. Congrats. Then right here, we have 2 more Condors. This one we'll just, it's a John of Gaunt in pretty nice shape. Start it for 24. A Hampshire, very nice anchor, super decent shape, and I like the line, the head of the line back there. Nice win for Gabe. And then let's see. Let Yarmouth Flourish. This one's another one of those ones that I'm going to let bid up just because under the light you can really tell. This one's, it's not uncirculated, but it's pretty flashy, real nice shape. 1792. Last of our Condors for today. I'm going to obviously be trying to scoop some more up shortly. We might have some other ones, but I just don't think we do. Really nice win for Gabe Daw. Let's see. This one is a real sharp post-reform radiate of Constantius. Selling these at 27. See this one being popular. Just high eye appeal on it. While he's as Caesar, but that's I believe that is who becomes Constantine the Great. Not long after. Oh, we also have a She-Wolf and Twins type next. Hallmark. Oh, the Russia. Yep. Those ones I paid. I was selling them at 44 and selling a fair number, but then I realized I had paid 41 for them. So I'd like to make that $4. I'm planning on starting those. And this is the She-Wolf and Twins. I would plan on starting the rubles at 49. But you don't have to, actually maybe 48. I wish I had paid a little less for them, but again, here's the She-Wolf and Twins. 753 BC is the mythological date that they would have been born. The kind of kings of, congrats to Tiffany, not kings, but like the first, the founding twins of the city of Rome. Let's do this ruble. I think it's pretty nice looking though. 1896. Okay, 49 is the start that I have on there. Well, why don't we make it 48? Scratch a little bit in the face, but very pleased. It's not like a hyper worn down item. And you asked for a different date, so let me get that one specifically for us here. 1897. That one's pretty nice looking as well. We'll also keep the price at 48.49. This one -32. And I haven't put them on the schedule yet, but we're thinking of doing some big July 4th sale activity, starting with a early, maybe start around noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, but do like a really big sale. And then those might take until Tuesday or so to ship, hopefully earlier. I'm wondering, we could run. We have beautiful British rupees. Oh, did I forget to upload that? Maybe I did. Let's see. A little less pricey of an item. These ones would have been struck between 1570 to 1850. Very solid Indian type coin. Oh yeah, sounds good. Let me get that other. That's a great point, DJ. See, I didn't even see yours. Kingdom of Macedon, I don't think we have today, but hope to get a bit more of it at $3. I think very affordable. And let's see, we got the other big ruble coin. Drop that one to 48 bucks. 1898. Try to get different dates, obviously. DJSC gonna start here, but I'm also thinking we could run some of them. We have some great British metals that historically have also been quite popular. Like this one, Universal Exhibition of London. A little hit in the bottom. Yeah, congrats. But 1862 Universal Exhibition of London. Looks like white metal or some similar type. Huge Queen Victoria. You know, relative to like an NGC slab, that thing is big. And paid a good stretch. Obviously higher than the current in the double digits range, but still try to start some stuff at $1 and just kind of let it go. So we'll see where this one ranges. Fantastic. We have some nice British artistry though in a lot of these metals. And slow. I'm not surprised to see this one, you know, extending as it goes. Yeah, PNWRC. It's been a while, but yeah, we do have some error coins. We have a ton of fantastic US type today. Like endless interesting US type, honestly. This one's probably going to bid up, I would predict, a fair bit more. But let me see what we've got on the errors specifically. Oh, my prediction did not come true, which is a little bit sad. Oh well, but you know, things sell for with $1 start that they can sell anywhere. Let's see, 5607. This is a and it's tougher for me to find like a blank planchet. And let me just confirm what I paid for this one. I'm gonna try to make about $2.50 on it. To do that, I need to start for 13. This one is going to be a no date, and you can tell that it is no date. You know, you can see the clear rim on there. You know, full planchet though, but never, you know, was struck, and that's when it would have gotten those ridged edges. Knocked out from a junction box. This one is from one of the top air dealers, so I'm pretty confident on that one. And you can also tell that it's a little bit like there. You can see that the rim is formed, but it's waiting for that strike. So I think a lot of people find those interesting. I think we also picked up a couple, you know, similar planchet situation on the dimes. Start that for $11, and you can see that there's that like the little cladding on the underside, which is pretty neat. PNWRC, would you be interested in a quarter as well? And I also wouldn't be shocked if this one got a couple more bids. It shouldn't bid crazy much higher than that, but nice win. Yeah, I also have, I think, some. Well, we've got two of these. These have actually gone up a good bit in price, like nice off-center errors. You have quarters already. That makes a lot of sense. We'll go no sudden death, but very sharp off-center. I also have some varieties. I have like some graded varieties. Very nice off-center, and you can see how it was struck underneath that zinc. You know, you have the copper outer plating, and then you have the zinc on the underside. And I think I have one or two of these. Do not have the double die obverse as much as I'd love to. And then one that I could see bidding up a decent bit would be this waffle coin. At least they did last time. There would have been something wrong with this planchet, and so they would have crushed it at the mint, and so this would be a mint waffle error, because the device that they use to, you know, make sure that everybody knows that the coin is canceled renders the coin to look like exactly that, a waffle. That's insane. I'm not sure that That's a major, big if true. International Exhibition Medal, nice British 1862 dated. I could see this one bidding up. Take a look at that fantastic artistry on the back of this one. Huge, there's been a couple of chips and hits on the front, but a fantastic 1862 white medallion. It definitely, they stand out for sure. Let's try, may go back to try some of this one's a Commodus denarius with a pretty interesting reverse that I like. Appealing. Danny Collects will be the first bidder there. PMTRP, referencing being the father of the country, talks about being emperor, consul for the third time. Graded Phoenix. What do you mean when you say graded Phoenix, Muscle Bob? Which coin is the Phoenix one? Oh, that's no fun if there's no pre-bids allowed. I don't think I've got them graded, but I can definitely run a couple just as is. Nice win for Tiffany there. We've got a great Lucius Verus. I'm not going to, super nice eye appeal. We'll just keep it at 55. And it talks about Armenia, Armeniacus, probably the victories on their front. And yeah, let me get some of those Japanese Phoenix coins. We've got some with the cartouche and everything. Nice one for Tiffany. I don't know that. Yeah, again, I don't think I've got them in the grades, but this one, nice 60% Sakura cartouche. A lot of detail in the flower. Some faint toning, though it's been, obviously circulated. No bid there. This one's kind of cool. It's a posthumous. So that means in his death of posthumous, which I haven't seen very many of his coins posthumous at all. And there's been a bit of chipping on the metal, but you can clearly see VERUS, Verus. And then on the reverse, something TRVU, oh, maybe Triumph, but I'm not exactly sure. Looks like holding a shield, maybe a spear or something like that. And then Tiffany will win that one. We do have a couple of, looks like even 3 Marcus Aurelius coins left. This one I would say is the toughest. So maybe I'll start it for 70, the others at 75. But again, nice Aurelius type. Any Marcus Aurelius is a fun Marcus Aurelius, but I try to call it out if it's looking a little bit on the worn side. Want to represent everything nice and accurately. Congrats to Tiffany. And then these ones I could see bidding a little bit higher. There were a couple of surface issues on the past one. Here is another beautiful Marcus Aurelius, referencing the Antonine history. Beautiful. And then we have one of him as Caesar. I think that will round out the denarii. We also have a lot of nice Jettons, which I always compare those to the what do we call them? Kind of like a Condor token. Oh, really? That's funny. I feel like if I saw Obi-Wan playing Aurelius, I would only be able to think of Obi-Wan, but that's just me. This one, really nice, and that last one's going to go to AWD. I could see this one, shooting higher. It's got good eye appeal, and it's a young, he's not bearded even, but a young Aurelius, Caesar, Og, so Caesar. Very fascinating. Super nice type. Trying to think of some other nice types. Congrats to Tiffany on that one. Do want to show off, and we have a lot of nice Roman bronzes as well, but some very cool Jettons here. We'll start with this Payers of Rents, 1717 dated Fide Quassumpta Rependo, with a super young King Louis XV. He would have been crowned in 1715. He's really a baby, so you can tell they give him like Roman hair, but thank you so much, Josh. And speaking of YouTube videos, check out the Coin Dictionary, where Josh has been making some fantastic content. Consistent, interesting single coin updates, so a little different from our style on Treasure Town, but Josh and I really enjoy that, try to get good numismatic info out there for everybody. Here's a 1725. This one might even reference a biblical scene, I'm not sure, but it has a snake coming out of a bush. I guess it's not wrapped around the tree, but a clear snake. I'm not sure exactly on all the context on that one. But yeah, we had a lot. The ancients are so fun. I just picked up a book at the library that talks about like 40 forgotten civilizations. And I'm really excited to read it because I think a lot of them are ones that I've seen in some of the coin world. But very few probably recognize, like the Nabateans, for example. So exactly, they often would have been originally they were used for, this one's 1731 dated. This is like secrétaire du roi, so it relates to people that are like, I guess secretaries of the king is like a direct translation. Has a bunch of bees and a cool sun, but basically would have been used almost for ceremonial purposes as they were given out, similar to like medals, except there was just a real rich history of striking really nice ones in France. This one has some cool toning. Though originally they would be used in accounting functions, this looks like there's a mining theme related to it. In exhaustis generosa metallis. And so this one was engraved by Duvivier. And I think, I'm not exactly sure all the specific uses, but they were widely collected. There's something like 10,000 designs. But again, like in the 1400s, people would use them for accounting and like move them around counting boards. So these ones were, at that point, they were like more for ceremonial use, but always thought that was interesting. Like they would be flung around these boards. And so they have a cool history from that perspective. Exactly. I think it would be impressive to get a complete set. I'll put it that way. Here's a nice King Leopold, 5 francs, $32, a crown-sized silver coin from the 1870s. We also could run, because I think I brought some. Where did I put it? 55. Congrats. Is it 54? Where did I put the little? I have some cool Swiss types here. I have some early Swiss types that could be pretty popular. Some like quick dollar start ones. I don't know, maybe it just didn't upload. What? Oh, I think I know what I did. This one is a 1916 World War, and yes, Turquoise, let me find that for us. In the meantime, we'll do a 1916 World War I half franc from Switzerland. Sudden death it. Totally propaganda. Absolutely would have been part of it. And we'll see where this one finishes. But again, nice earlier silver. Mr. Birdie will make a nice scoop. We'll do one more, and then we'll do a shoe. This one's like very a lot less touched. A little bit of like PVC haze, but a lot of luster. And then we'll do the shoe. We also have some of the Japanese boo. I'm getting more, trying to buy them from Japan. Again, a little PVC haze there. A nice win for little Egypt coins. Looks like we have, this is just the shoe that I brought. Chicken and donkey leading into grab. And again, I'm almost all out of the boo. I think I was able to bring maybe 4 of them today. Actually, that's sad because I don't think that I'll be able to get the rest of them in prior to my 4th of July show. So, but we'll offer them some other ones now. Oh no, there it is. U.S. coinage, yes, yellow coin. We have some fantastic U.S. type. We've got great 2-cent pieces, 3-cent silvers, 3-cent nickels, half cents. All of it is in pretty good shape. We've got Morgan silver dollars. This one's a little countermarked. I could see this one bidding pretty high. We'll go sudden. We'll sudden death this one. Has a nice little faint tone, but really high quality. If you're looking for good boo, this is going to be it. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you're thinking. And we'll go to Tatum at 28. Nice win. Clean dasking? What do you mean by that? I can start running them right now. I'm super open to it. These ones, I'm not sure. In terms of, I would assume. I mean, I don't want to lead people astray. I've obviously never cleaned any of these boo. I've never tried grading them, and they're a little tougher to tell versus like U.S. coins. The gold half cents sounds good. The half cents are really nice. Just as a warning, last show they were averaging like 130 or so. But we'll do that after. It looks like Nolan did. Let me see. Where did Nolan ask? I see an 0514. I don't see 0515. This one's really cool. And so this is like a Dutch Jeton. Fantastic. No sudden death. I could see this one bidding up a lot higher. It's got a beautiful double sun scene on the front with fortification and a full fortified city from 1600 on the back. And yes, let's do the Brazil after we do a couple of the half cents. There's not too many left, but the ones that we do have, I think, are going to be real popular. We also have great, I think it'll be a blast, but we've got some great type. We have nice Kamems, nice our U.S. selection today basically is really high quality, I would say. And we have a ton of different dates. If you're looking to complete some date sets, I think you'll be pretty excited to see. The silver Dutch Shipwreck, absolutely. So some of those we have the, just as a call out here, we've got like Campen at $3.99. All NGC, actually no, these are already sold. I apologize. These are the ones at $3.99, and we'll do some half cents shortly. We also have some 8 reals Conception Shipwreck that are really nice. We've got some of these Ducatons. These are like 84. We have El Cazador, but right now we're going to do a nice classic head half cent from 1809. We'll start it at 89. Again, last show these averaged bid up to the 120s or so, but it's really, and we'll show both sides, minimal rim markup top, that I do want to call out, but very pleasing condition. The Tubu Gold. Do I have one? I know that I ordered some from my supplier. I don't. He's actually. Now I remember. I called him recently, and I was planning on buying them. He said that he lost them, but he's gonna get to me once he has it ready. Here's the other. This one might even be a touch nicer. We're gonna run it $89 start. And sounds good. Said he. Really, really nice type, and probably should have gone 30 seconds here. Very chocolatey, great intact rims, super pleasing US type, beautiful coin. This one could really be off to the races in terms of bidding higher. So again, super, super nice half cent from and really early American history in our hands here, obviously. But refreshing to see him this nice. Gabe Daw gonna win that coin. We did. I also tried to bring a couple of different dates. So I mean, this one slightly more worn, 1829. So I'll call that out. We'll drop it to 84 as a result, which is really, obviously less than 10%, but a nice. And this one's more chocolatey brown, a little ding in the center. I don't think we've got any Peruvian soul, but a very honest look for the 1829 classic head. And then we have a couple other, we have an 1835 as well. Let's look at, I lost the Tubu. Did somebody else want? Yeah, he lost a big pile of them and actually sounded terrifying. T. Levante, yes, I'll run those. I wanted to first get for Seti. What is that coin? That is a Pilgrim. Let me just check, and I'm going to try to make 10% on there before my other costs. So that would lead me to start that one for $60. The Pilgrim Tercentenary, and I could see that one stretching higher, but also there's no guarantees. Let's see. $60. No sudden death. C. Appleman already does have a bid there. Shipwreck show, yeah, I'd be happy to run some Shipwreck. Whoa, that actually looks really solid. And that one actually looks like I assume that D is for Denver mint mark. I don't know if they were struck at multiple mints, but a very nice looking coin. Yep, I've got the Brazilian one out. We're gonna run it, but I want to make sure we get, as we do a quick pivot here into some of these US types, I don't totally forget about those. And the US quarter sounds good, BSUs. Again, we tried to bring a ton of different dates in terms of the US front. C. Appleman. Nice circ, but good looking Pilgrim half. Again, nice eye appeal. And I think that ultimately is quite important. People, always love nice eye appeal coins. This one, I'm going to start a little bit higher, but I think it could bid right back up to where we were. This will be a 69 start. I think this is the other one that I've got in the inventory. Also going to be 1920D. Could be a light clean, but, a couple of little scratches, but I think also good looking. Again, just got these in from one of my wholesalers. Yeah, little scratches, but good looking coin. So it's a very pretty looking reverse. Congrats to C. We'll do the Brazilian after. Let me just find which was this US quarter here. 40. I gotta start these for 44. This one has the arrows though. Is that gonna? Do you need me to remove this coin because I know you put a pre-bid? If somebody put a pre-bid on there, I don't want it to hurt them. Do you see what I mean? I want to make sure. That's a good call out. We'll aim to always put the arrows if we've got. Oh, you didn't? Okay, so then I feel it's okay to run. That one's from C. Appleman, and if there's an issue with that, C. Appleman, I know you're here. Again, I'm nice looking item. We've also got some pre-Civil War. This one's obviously post-Civil War. I think it's more 5 shillings as opposed to 50 shillings, just to call that one out in advance. Here's pre-Civil War, 1855. Some of these are a little nicer, but yeah, really, really decent. 1855. I always want to show both sides, but not be surprised at all if that one gets picked up too. Decent type, a little bit of wear on the Liberty. And let's see, I think there's no immediate request, so I do want to get to that. Why don't we try this Brazilian type for $1 start in 30 seconds. Looks like it was cleaned a long time ago, but a nice big time silver coin. And then, yeah, let me find the 5 shillings for us. There's also some other really nice half cents, I think. Wow. There's one that's like a beautiful, more like 109 start, and I think could bid up a good bit. Yeah, we've got a fair amount, Little Egypt. They're all going to have to start at that 44 number. But type in Seated Liberty. The pamphlets have those the cheaper Shipwreck coins that we've got available. And before we do this, I'm almost wondering, kind of loosely related to that theme, we have a couple of nice crowns. There's a little hit in the side of this one, but still very nice eye appeal, and I've sold so many of these that have bid up. 1889 British Queen Victoria crown. This one has the Jubilee head. And again, a little ding in the side, but outside of that, super good shape. I do. Can you just run, Alex, this one for like $20?
Okay.
I'll find the flips.
Okay, we got this South Africa 5 shilling coin at a $20 start.
Yeah, put it out here. We can sub back live.
Christian will be back. So.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
We didn't. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Well, I think we'll just do 20 seconds, $20. Oh yeah, sounds good. Yellow coin. Sorry about that. We'll run what we've got. They're like 48-ish starts. Alex is back. Alex, I think we'll run. We're planning on 2 big shows next weekend, so Alex is probably going to help prep for those, but then maybe run 2 shows the following week. That's our thought. But had a successful show recently that I was thankful that he had put on. The Cleveland half, sure. Can you keep reminding me about that? I wanted to make sure that I ran some Morgans here. 48 start. These are like slider, AU Unk. This one looks pretty nice though. 1879. Pretty flashy. And no pressure to purchase. But obviously, I think a good opportunity for this type. We'll try to get in a couple of different ones. Congrats on that win. Let's see what this one is. 1504. 1881. This one's pretty nice. A little minor. It's not even really a tiny nick, a little longer nick in the fields. To the left here, there's some bag marks, but nice, flashy Morgan. If you want more, I can run them. On the other hand, there's 81. I might try the Cleveland half. Let me just see what I paid. There I have to start them at like 84. Very decent looking Let's see, $84 start. No problem, Imperador. C. Appleman already has a pre-bid there. Let's see, Great Lakes Exposition and God We Trust. We see Michigan. We see Cleveland is on the map right there. Very nice type. Moses Cleveland on the obverse. Beautiful. We'll see if that one is going to go to see Appleman. We've got one other that I can start at that 84. The other one I would have to start more like 99. But let's see. This one is going to be 56 1802. This one will be an 84 start as well. Nice looking coin. A little bit circulated, but very nice looking. Yeah, exactly. Moses Cleveland. I didn't realize, that who the city was named for either. I don't think I've got any dates that aren't listed there, and no problem, Yellow Coin. And seriously, don't feel any obligation to buy it. Obviously, I only want you to, if it's fitting in with what you've got. I think if I look and you can see all the dates, if you type in Morgan Dollar in the auction tab, you'll be able to see what I've got. But I'm pretty sure. Let me think this one through. I feel like there's a couple O mint marks, but I don't have any like super. I also have some mint state $63. I paid about $63 for them. So if I sell them for 74, I'll make about $4. Maybe I want to start them more like $75. And here's the last of these. I mentioned I probably start towards 99. A little sharper looking, I would say. Let's see here. Yeah, nice. A little bit better detail there. Cleveland half in 1936, and yeah, sounds good. So I'm first going to get for that request, and again, there's never any issue, especially. I'll admit I'll be not like super ticked off, but a little bit like, somebody requests like four coins or so, and I feel like they're reasonably priced, and there's no action on them. You're looking for the 81p. All right, let's get the 81. I think that was 0506. Congrats to C. Appleman on that one. There's also a couple other of these interesting Kamehameha types. Let's run this one first. And I could see other people bidding on it as well. There's a little bit of a, again, a little nick in that left field. Oh, no, shoot, this is 1880. Yellow Coin, I apologize. If you don't want this, I can cancel it right now. This one's the 1880. I've got the 81 after it. DJSC has jumped in. So I guess DJSC getting a little lucky there that the underbid, but we're gonna do the 1881. Sorry, I had pulled the one that I think I ran before. Congrats to DJSC there. We'll run this one 1881. I would say this one. It looks like it might have been cleaned with EasyS or something like that. I don't know that it would be unacceptable, but I would actually drop this price down where I'd make like $2 on it. $46 start. Still flashy, and then we've got a couple of other. I think we only have 3 other Morgans. Let's see. Got an 1896. 1896 maybe slightly more interesting date, but that one the coin doesn't look quite as nice. We've also got this one is flashy 1884. That one would need to stay at 49. So awesome. Glad that you are adding that one. I just kind of looked at it and I thought like, it didn't look nothing crazy. Yeah, French silver, 2 francs I would have, J Main. Also, are there interest in some of the other better US type? I mean, we've got a fantastic, beautiful looking type. Oh, and we have some of the 5620-08. Start it for $20. 5 shilling. Oops. Let's drop that one. French silver, 2 francs. Let me just type in 2 francs and we'll see. $49.88 coming right up. I gotta start them around 13, 14 bucks. These are the Napoleonic type. 14 is going to be the start price. This is 1866. Oh yeah, T. Labonte. Sean, I'm so sorry. Let me get that as the next coin we run after this nice Napoleonic example. And tell me, we got to run this one. 800621. Nice Irish halfpenny token. I don't know what the reference number on there is, but again, 1801, the Union, very pleasing looking to me. I could see, oh, Swiss 2 francs. Yeah, I think I do. Can you tell me what the right number is for it? And DJC, that would be about a $74 start, I want to say. Maybe it's 79, whatever I put down. T. Levante, nice pick up there. Says your payment didn't go through, but I'm not in a rush. Knowing that it's you, Sean, it's great to have you here. Yeah, tell me what the skew is. You can, if you type in basically Switzerland in the auction tab, it should pull it up. In the meantime, we can do, this is flashy though, maybe a little PVC haze. Can't quite tell there. We'll do 15-second start, but really nice silver from Switzerland. A half franc, and then we'll get that 39, a slightly adjusted but a good looking Haiku. That one's gonna go to DJSC for 3, nice win. And then here we've got $74 start, but certainly no sudden death. This one is a beautiful crown size French silver from the 1700s. Doesn't get much better in terms of price and coolness. One of the historic French kings, but a lot of the German thalers from the 1700s way more expensive. So I think it's neat. And this one has a good eye appeal. C. Appleman sounds good. I will pull that one right now. Oh, it's actually nice looking. Oh, and I'm all powerful. I apologize for that. I forgot. I think that's going to be the tram. Which I'm always on the hunt for like cool stuff like the trams. So let's see. AA99 5. That request I think came in even a touch earlier. Congrats to DGSC. So we're going to do the tram right now. This one would be like a 27 start. Yeah, I would not be shocked to see that one bid up into the mid 30s. I mean, maybe it'll go higher, but I would predict that. And already it's going higher, which is not surprising to me whatsoever. The context on that one is that I've had some wholesale offers in the mid to high 20s to buy them in bulk, and this one's particularly nice looking. I think I brought 2 of these today. And yeah, C. Appleman will do your request. I'm also going to pull, while we're talking, the 90053 because I wanted to also attend to. Oh, that one's like extremely uncirculated. So I think that one you'll be pleasantly surprised by that one. I think while we have this up, here's the other tram that I brought. Again, very nice look. This one has a little bit of discoloration in the side, but clear Christian imagery, and then King Levon staring right at us. Pepe the Mule sounds good. Is that the Venezuelan one? I think so. I've put it out so I remember it. And then, oh, that one looks neat. Better. It's very nice eye appeal. 1888 S Seated Liberty. This one got to be like a 44 start, but I could really see this one going a bit higher. Very nice detail and eye appeal. Yeah, that one could bid up pretty well. Super pretty. J-Main, that sounds good to me. And same with Pepe the Mule. There's a couple nice, like real nice of these, U.S. type. Just such an interesting market. We're gonna do the Swiss 2 francs after this, but I did just get a really good group of it in. And so I want to make sure people see the different seated style that I have. We have some with raised, some without. That one will go to C. Appleman, but we have some other nice ones waiting on deck. So we're going to run this one here. This one's probably like a 14 start. We're going to go sudden death, but take a look at how flashy this coin is. Just so bright. It's kind of insane. Beautiful. Yeah, this is silver, 83.5% silver. They took out silver from their coins a bit later. And wow, that one, I was surprised that one didn't go higher. Nice, very nice win. I think in an affordable range. Let's see. This one it's beautiful. It's with arrows, but could bid right back up to where that prior one was. We'll see how it pans out, but fantastic with some faint like toning. Really good detail. And yeah, we tried to get. I've been doing a lot more with some like nice U.S. coins because I just feel it's such an interesting. It's our history. Big I'm a fan of America. It's a great country, and I felt like I was just a little too far away from some of the great history that our coins tell, while also still trying to hunt down great ancient coins, hunt down great U.S. types. It looks like there's another request. Is that the 1911? Yep, I'd be happy. I'll run that one. I have an 1854, so this one's with arrows from 55, but I'll do the 1911 2 francs after we do one more of the, and also trying to hit just a bunch of different dates. Like in the past, I'll be like, oh, I'll bring one of a type. This one's not quite as nice as the other ones, but it is 1854, nice with arrows coin. And still looks really solid. I mean, the Liberty is, 5.5 of the letters are there. Nice eye appeal on, just an early quarter, and they don't come all the time in, it's not so easy to get like solid quantities like this. Good types. I also have 1853. I know I said I would run the 1911 next, so we're going to do that. Here is the 1911 2 francs, much earlier date, obviously. So I could see this one bidding up with some interest. But we also, the next one, we also have arrows and rays. And so that'll be interesting. El Cazador, sure. Let me pull a couple of the half reals. I was about to run, well, we have some of the later type. I'll get some dated ones. I also was about to do a couple of US type coins that I think are going to be popular. Oh, shoot. That Iku I have promised. So if it's okay, I'm going to run a US type coin. Then we're going to do an LCAS. Super nice to see. Basically, so we started out by striking these with rays, and this has got good eye appeal, but these rays proved to wear down the dies that were used to strike these coins way too much, and so they removed them. Basically, they would lead to a lot of die cracks because as we strike a lot of these, it wears down the metal that's striking the coins. Now here is a nice LCAS. This one's good looking. We're going to start this one for about 54. Just because this was like one of the nicest of a large batch that I'd purchased, so I could see it bidding higher, but you can see it's full 1783 clear date and then you see very good detail with enough shipwreck effect to still feel like you have a great shipwreck example. CC seeded, I'm not so sure that I have Tobe, but I'll be on the lookout for it. And I've been working with a couple of sellers who have good access to, like, CC nicer type stuff, and so I'll see what I can do. Here's the other Alcaz, and nice half real. We also have some larger types. I also do want to call out again, Vliegant Heart. I don't want to overwhelm people, but I think that it's a pretty good bargain relative to what they're available for anywhere else. So after we do this Eku, we'll do the Vliegant Heart, and then we'll go back to some of our nice US type, even like solid like trimes and 2-cent coins that are just, they're not super rare, but they're in quite good condition. So I'll be on the lookout to try to find some CC seeded stuff. I think it's quite possible that I could find some of it. Here's the Eku. Oh yeah, trimes. We've got 3-cent silvers and 3-cent nickels. I could pull out, let's see. Well, I have the other seeded Liberty. There's the Eku. I don't think it's sold. Let's see. Oh yeah, I said I would do the Vliegant Heart. Just have sold a lot of these at that 84 start. And then we'll see 1853. I also have some nice half dimes, so not to forget about those. But Danny collects currently in on this one. You can see the hind of the jumping horse with the rider. It's a Ducaton type. And there's the crest on the other side of the coin, so that one will go to Danny. I think I did bring 2 of these, but we'll then jump back. Actually, I might have brought more than that. Let's see. But nice Ducaton. Let's see where the rider is on this one. But these sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Here you can see a little bit of the edge lettering and a fairly large planchet, I guess. But has also been worn away by many years at the bottom of the sea. Fascinating. All right. Back to the 1853. Seated Liberty quarter. I could see this one bidding up a lot, similar. A lot of these have bid up. This one was nicer than the one that sold later. No high-grade slabbed widows. Might wish we had it, but we don't. Beautiful detail on this one. This one's, again, definitely a step up. Tiny little hit in the edge there, but it's really minimal. And some of that, like, pleasing not cameo, but like old toning that's just sat for a while. And then we have some nice seated half dimes, which I have to get a quote on where I'm into them. Yeah, it was honestly pretty similar. These are like 45 starts as well, but they're nice. I mean, they're real nice. Half dimes were the early nickel. I mean, half dime was the first denomination of U.S. coins. Most people think the nickel 5 cents started in 18. What is it? With the first shield nickel, that would have been like 1866. I want to say maybe 67. But yeah, beautiful condition. These ones could definitely bid. Guess that one will go for the start. Congratulations. Let me see if I've got any other examples. But I tried to get different dates. This one is also 53. But I should have a couple of other dates if people are interested in them. A little scratch, but not too bad on the back of it. Very nice in terms of like the typeset. Collector. Interested in other dates? Let's see. We've got 54. Got a nice 54 here. And then we should probably do some of the other requests because I know there have been. 54 with arrows. Hercules, I swore I did have, but we might have sold them last show. Let me just type in 5 franc and see what I've got. You know what? Shoot, I don't think I've got them. I have almost all the other major types, not Napoleon. That one will go to C. Appleman. Do I have? I might have some other ones. 54. Oh, I do have a 56. Do have a couple of other types. We can do some of the other five francs as well. This one's 56. A little scratch in the field, but very nice eye peel, and it's always amusing to me how small those dates are. So again, a little scratch in the field, but the date is really small on there. AD 090801. Let me pull that quickly. See what we've got. Nice one for C. Appleman. This one is a different one. 59 start, no sudden death. There's Madonna and Child on the reverse, and he's really got that Habsburg, actually not terrible Habsburg jaw, but it references Leopold, 15 Kreuzers XV, SAGHB Rex is king. You learn something new every day, Jane. Brandon, let me find that one. Why don't we run it for $1 start? There's a couple other Swiss ones, I think. This is Gaston d'Orléans. Thanks to Alex for inventorying this one. 1630. Tournois. There you see Gaston on the front of it. Looks like there's another Swiss one. I also there's some more expensive Shipwreck that we haven't touched as much of. We also have some other dates, denominations of the Alcazador. We have Conception Shipwreck. Again, there's some good stuff that we haven't started selling. And this one could definitely bid higher, but maybe it'll just land for 10. Nice win on that front. In terms of some of the other unique, there's 57. There's a lot of different dates actually that we have on the U.S. type front. This one's 1966 if you're looking for flashy Swiss. Helvetia. And that one will go to Smallwood. And then yeah, here's the 1857 example on the half dimes. This one also, I think the condition is really, really pleasing on there. I want to get some more of the nice, different U.S. classic commem types. Yeah, nice 1857. Again, it's got the like nice circ, but not way too circ. All the rim is intact. The lettering is quite nice. And then let's see. We have some 3 cent. We have some 3 cents, which in the past have been quite popular. Start these for about $55. This one is going to be a 52. 3 cent silver. Very nice. You know, a little worn, but you can see all clear, like all the jewels. And this was the smallest U.S. circulating silver coin. You asked for 1708. Let me find at least where it's hiding out here. Oh yeah, that's a nice coin. And what we can run that one following. Ars right. Nice Albinus Bruti with the handshake. I don't know if that's related to the Brutus, but I could see this one bidding up because it's got still in really good shape. A lot of clear detail there. Cousin wow, cousin of literally the Brutus we hear about in history books. That's pretty fantastic. And then this one is Scribonius Lebo, similar start price. This one purchased from British collection, QTL Scribone, and we see on the reverse, I forget if it's like an altar or two chairs or what exactly we're looking at. Then on the front, the head of Bone Eventus Lebo. Super nice Roman Republican type. I also have a really fun Lucius Pharsuleus Mensor example that we'd start at the same beginning price that I think has just got a good look to it. With like a little fiery old toning on there. You can see right there. You've got the 2-horse chariot, and then a very nice obverse as well, with a couple hits by the cheek and everything, but it's not been a type that I've sold prior. Easy is going to be the first bidder. I would be surprised if he was the last, but maybe that'll be how this one goes. Pharsuleus, and I'm not surprised again. Get some decent action on that coin. Yeah, the toning is really good. Big fan of how that one looks. Congrats to Easy. We've got here we have a Satavahana Potent Elephant. These have been popular when requested from ancient India. Beautiful and these are like low percentage silver with some interesting script and clear elephants on the front. French silver, sure. Are you thinking, I have a standout group of Jettons that I recently got in. Would that be more interesting, or would you like to see, maybe I'll start there just because they were, everyone that I offered sold earlier. Let's see, 50082. À l'immortalité. French type. I guess it's no date, but is dated to approximately then, given his younger head shape. That makes sense. And then let's see which else. That one will go at 49. Congratulations. Here is Sewing Lady. I don't actually think that we have any of those. We've got this is the Controllers of Rent. That's interesting. I don't know if it would have been like a communist or a socialist, like Contrôleur Jean de Rente. We have a book there, and it might not even related to rent, and I'm just mistranslating a false whatever lexicon or 15 franc. I don't think I've got that one though. No, unfortunately, I don't. And interesting on the Jettons front, yeah, exactly. The rents are too high. Tell me about it. But hey, that's why I keep working hard so I can pay the rent. We've got, and then here's Assiduous Consulis. A really nice patina on this one with a key and a crest. Nice. King Louis the 15th reigns for a long time, 60 years, not quite as long as Louis the 14th. That one also looks like it'll go at the start there. Let's see. French silver, we had tried this one. And Écu. I also minted in Limoges. scratched up a bit on the back, but it's common to see adjustment marks on these silvers. And let me know what else people want to see. I'm thinking back to the two. I mean, this one is just really sharp shape. 18. Anything with chop marks, I don't think I have so much in the way of that. This one is like probably a 109 at least start, and we'll go 30 seconds for a beautiful half cent. In my opinion, really sharp, especially that reverse. Like, I would not be surprised if this one got a lot of people. Oh, the Venezuela, yeah, we'll run that one after we do some US type. Sure, I'd be happy to do this, Grosso. They're really pretty. Nice one for C. Appleman. The other one that I have, just while we're on the topic of half cents, is going to be a classic head half cent. This one, -05, this would be like an 84 start. It's still really pleasing. Tiniest little hit in the back, but really, I've just been emphasizing good eye appeal coins, not like problem coins on the US front. And so paid up to get those. Great for a typeset. Could upgrade it eventually, but I think this would be a really solid stopover and not like, that cull feeling. But yeah, next up is Venezuela, and then we're going to get to the Grosso. Actually, not sure what this Venezuela Bolivars is, so I'm going to take a look quickly at eBay. 1973 Venezuela 5 Bolivars, and see how they... Mine is silver, though, so that's an important distinction. I think it's 1970. Oh, mine's 1975. Shoot. And 50 Bolivars, not 5. So way different from what I thought I had. I mean, asking prices should be higher. It should be lower than the asks. It looks like two that just sold. They're selling like in the 60s, so maybe we'll do like 49. I don't think they're easily available in the 60s. Maybe I'm going a little too slow here. But beautiful proof Venezuelan. Yeah, proof. 35 grams, 925. And then let's try some of the Grosso. I also have some Knot Geld, which would be fun to run. Oh, that's really... -140. Oh, beautiful shape. $40, but no sudden death. And let's go a little faster. Don't think I have any Bahamas today. That one is a knockout Grosso. Wow. Beautiful. Trying to think. On the US front, I'm just looking over and I see that I have a bunch of different dates. We also have some pretty good Kamems that I haven't tried yet. We have Monroe. We've got some nice Iowa. That would start for like 79. Congrats. That one is more like what I normally see selling in the mid 40s. Very solid look. You can see Antonio Venero. That's going to be the Doge. And then Jesus looking right at us clearly. References De Gloria. No bid. Well, why don't we try this one here? Dollar Start. Annam 7 fan. Half sovereigns. I wish I had gold, but not today. These ones are pretty popular. We also have some of the Ninko Tenno. One will sell for $6. I can have one more that I'd run for $6. Or maybe $5. Not quite getting to break even at 5, but we'll hope for it. Oh, that one's really good looking. That's our last of today. And then we also have some beautiful Malaysian pittis. Congrats to Biblio Nerd. This is the Islamic Sultanate of Kelantan out in Malaysia. Fantastic and large planchet pittis type. Any ancients? Yeah, we do. We have some nice. We've got a lot of cool ancients. Beautiful script though. Fantastic piece of history in front of us. A lot of the pittis types are a lot smaller, planchet-wise. I think we have 2 left of those, if interested later. Oh, see the last Grosso? Sure. Where did it go? Alex, one comment, not that it's not terrible, but if I like to put like order AC and then AD in front, but totally fine. Here's the last one on the Grosso. A little more chipped, but a little bit clearer in the planchet. But yeah, let's do some ancients next. There's some very nice looking NGC ancients. That's the Smallwood. Here we have Honorius. Very nice Gloria Romanorum. Reverse type. You can see that one bidding up. Looks pretty. Been emphasizing eye appeal and the offerings recently. Bullmark is going to win that one. You can do a little Ancients kick here. We'll probably mix in every once in a while, and we'll probably start at 27. Honestly, this one is Theodosius, founder of Nicene Creed. Gloria Romanorum as well. That type. We don't have dollar start Romans, unfortunately, not today. Got to try to purchase some more. Bullmark leading. We'll go to Bullmark. How are you doing, Alex?
Good. I just finished flipping them up. Do you want me to inventory the Indian rupees?
Sure, that would be. Or honestly, if you just took them out of the plastic and put them in flips according to date, and you could also take a stab at the 49, like those extra coins.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these rupees look really good, by the way.
I think they're nice. I think they're very nice. The Constantine is going to be like, well, this is Constantine II. Super nice Gloria Exercit. All of them start 27 because I had a buyer come in, been doing big sales of a lot of my ancient inventory, bought me out a ton of mine for like 25. And so that's the tricky part. And it's been tougher for me to find these recently. Beautiful Vought XX, Molt XXX. We do have a Julian Nomus, which is really nice. Hey, Jam. We probably got, just so you know, Jam, like an hour left on the sale was my plan. Nice win for Ramon. It looks like your sister is FaceTiming as a heads up. Yeah.
Oh, good to
Julian the Apostate is interesting because he didn't want to be emperor, but he ended up finding himself in that position. It's a little tougher to find. Ruled for a short amount of time, so this was kind of tricking people that he was in for 10 years and prayers for 20. Nice one for Bullmark there. Here we've got a 27-star Valentinian the First and a beautiful, what does that say, Republican. I'm not sure on that side, but beautiful Valentinian bronze. And we're kind of running low now on our NGC Ancients for today's sale, but given that we're on the topic, may keep offering them. We'll go back in time here to Aurelian. Super nice. Okay, this is not the Kingdom of Palmyra. This is just Roman Empire. So as a heads up, you're bidding on the coin on screen, not the description. But he would have been a more military ruler. Sounds good, Brandon. I'm going to pull that so that I can remember to offer it right when we come out of the Ancients kick, which looks to be about 7 coins left. I also want to then bounce around. We've got Great World, Great US. Nice win for Bullmark. Here's a Maximian type. And there looks like a Gratian in back. The Gratian is real nice too. Ramon Maldonado, nice win. Here we've got Gratian. Again, can be quite popular. There we see him staying on the boat with a super militaristic appearance. Nice win for Bullmark. We're now kind of running, let's see. This one I could see us doing. It's a nice portrait of Trajan. No sudden death. It's worn, but again, it's good looking, so no sudden death on this one for sure. And then we have Commodus Sestertii. We've got some good stuff here. Nice one for Tiffany. Let's see. This one is a Domitian bronze, an ass. There's the reverse. Actually, looks, you can include Monet. Pretty nice looking. Not surprised to see his bid early. That's a good looking coin. We even have posthumous Faustina. Nice one for Pacific. Let's see. This one is also nice. 27 start. Faustina the Elder. Full ass, and it looks like it says Consecratio, referencing, there's like maybe Salus with a snake or something like that. And our last two here are nice Commodus Sestertii again. There's also some other like ancients, but they're a little pricier. Starts. That one is going to go to Tiffany. Congratulations. Here is a Commodus bronze. Full Sestertius. That's the son of Marcus Aurelius, and this one should be popular, though it is a bit worn. Still quite interesting. Antonina, it's like Commodus Antoninus is what that is elucidating. Super cool. Nice one for Ian Vry. And then here is a Commodus Cistercius. This will be our last similar ancient. We do have some like cool, still a good amount of nice shipwreck types. Again, another Commodus Cistercius. This one has an interesting reverse type. You can see it looks like maybe, I'm not sure who it is, but with a shield in hand, running right or advancing right. Very interesting. Nice one for Tiffany. Here we've got 185. People asked earlier, these are some of the nicer El Cazador shipwreck types that I've got. That you can clearly see the 1783 date, which people often find exciting, and fully shipwreck certified. Don't think I have gold today. Wish I had more of it. It's fantastic, but tough to come by, as I'm sure you understand. We do have some Atocha shipwreck jewelry. So basically, it was shipwrecked. The Atocha type. This one doesn't have the date, but it's better quality for sure. So we'll go 52. Really good lettering, King Charles III, and then the reverse also super clear planchet. Again, wish I had that date so I could bump it up a couple bucks. I think 52 is a good spot for one of this quality. And yeah, we have some of the nice US types that I brought. Let's think about what else. We do have some shipwreck of these. I know many of you have seen these, but a lot of them starting price 28. In the past have bid up. This is like these are nice examples. And on this side have some kind of deep red looks to them. Real money metal is going to start, but it's 2 shipwreck coins. I would not be surprised as these go higher. Again, really good, interesting, different scripts. Reminder of the breadth of the British Empire. Let's see. What else? This one, we could sudden death this one. Similar. Any early 1st century or with Jesus on it. I think I've got a coin with Jesus on it from the 1400s or 1300s, 14th century from Venice, Italy. Real money metal. We'll pick that one up. And we could do perhaps another. That one has really sharp detail on the 20 cash. 10 cash is a little tougher, but has that like old bottom of the sea rainbow look to it as well. That's been faded into the coin. Why don't we do the one with Jesus on it? Sold the other 2. This is like a $40 coin. And Jesus seated on his throne. And Doge Antonio Venero on the reverse. Last one of these for the show. We sold the other 2. That one will stay. And then I had referenced, trying out some of these earlier. Like we sold all the Cleveland ones. We sold all the Pilgrims. We have some Iowas. All of them sold in the last show that we had. Iowa Centennial halves. And I think that they start around, they're nice looking, 84, but we'll let them bid up with no sudden death. No colonial copper today, unfortunately. I don't think I have any of the Mongol silver soda. But yeah, beautiful type here. And I was going to say that 84 was super thin on the margin front, or probably start at 89 if we sell more, but really appealing. Classic commemorative. I love the classic commems. I have not historically had access to tons of them, and I'd like to get more. Spanish Reals. I have a Conception Shipwreck. That's like a 429 start from the early 1600s. Beautiful. What does that say? It says the Old Stone Capital, Iowa City. Let's see. Do we have? We could. I think I've got one more readily available here. Of these Iowa cents, and then obviously the other two just sold at 89. Very nice looking commem. And then yeah, so let's see. I haven't flashed this one today. Yeah, 429 start. Beautiful. You know, on eBay, I think you're going to be looking at least 525 or so. Fantastic Shipwreck. This is the last one for today. I don't think that I've got Jesus on the other ones. Oh, somebody had requested this one, and I forgot to run it. It's been staring at me. Copper Denga from Russia. Real nice looking, 1739. I think it's like a half, I want to say it's a half kopeck in terms of what the denomination means. We also have got some of these nifty 100 mon.
I'm Christian, this is W906 or 404906 for the.
You can add them in wherever you want in the, but yes, I would say, yeah, I think that a lot of them are small, so I would do like lots of like probably 2 or 3 if they're not like real nice looking.
Okay.
If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Sounds good, Ian Fry. I'd be happy to run it. Here we've got a nice looking 100 mon Tenpo Tsuho. These are always popular, nice Japanese type. And Biblo Nerd gonna scoop that one up. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the Jesus one.
Should I just make a new SKU at the bottom, WX59, or
No, for which?
For the rest of the French stuff.
Yeah, or maybe yeah. You don't need to do a full new SKU. Well, you could put them at the bottom and then send me a text, and I'll figure out. Nice, Ian Ryan, the lead on this one, could get a bit away from you, but I would say, Alex, I'll figure out where they go. It doesn't make sense to me that they're missing, but that'll be a project for me tonight to figure out what's going on there. Here's this Shipwreck type. We've sold all the ones earlier. The other 3 that we'd offered. Again, shipwrecked in, I think, 1809, I want to say. And these guys have been stuck at the bottom. Now back in our hands. That one has a real red shipwreck toning look to it in a cool way. And then I think the other, we have some nice Monroe halves, I believe. These have a cool kind of map look to them. $39 start. The Monroe Doctrine, referencing, and you have these interesting people that are like formed into the North and South American continents. Ramon Maldonado will be the first on this one. We'll see how it bids. Congrats, Ramon. We have one more nearby. This one is a bit darker, has some toning. But again, very interesting, showing both North and South America. Los Angeles, I think it's minted in San Francisco. You can see the little S mint mark. Monroe Adams $half. Sure, that would be awesome, Devontae. Let me snag it for you. A nice Straybane 1815 Condor. And it's been overstruck. Real interesting Ireland Condor token. Oh, 1813, I guess, not 1815. Did I pull the wrong one? Ah, no. Okay, we're bidding on the one on screen, but it's a different SKU. I really apologize here. Long-legged Larry, if it's an issue, this one is not that. This is, oh no. This one is going to be, wait, what is going on here? This one, long-legged, I may want to cancel this one, or I can just give you it. You can either win what is on screen, which is 1813. It's also an Irish Condor penny token under G. Irvine Straybane. If you don't want it, I can cancel it. But it's not the 1815, it's 1813 Straybane. So let me know what you think. I apologize, that was my error. Up to you if you want to cancel it or keep it. But you can have the... Alright, I'll get you the one on screen. And... the other one I'll have ready in the show next week on July 4th. Alright, let's do a couple maybe Russian coins. Oh yeah, Braves Jab, though we need the one for Braves Jab. 230720. Probably like a 19 start on this one. Nice French Statue of Liberty. This is for fun. I have a day job, so I'll be off. I'll be able to do a July 4th auction. Easy. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I really just do the Treasure Town. It's for fun. That's what we always do on the weekend. Nice win, Braves Jab. I would say we probably go another, at least. Oh, these are nice condition wires here from Russia. 1584. There you see the charging horse. Only at $1. Only got a couple seconds left here, but these are nice. Exactly. C-Ventoux sounds good. Those went a little. We can run them for 6, unfortunately, and I hate to be the. Now I sound like the complaining old coin dealer instead of the collector. When I say $4 is a little tricky for me to keep running them at that level. This one's pretty. No sudden death. Let's see it bidding up 1682. Adif Regia. Almost like some kind of sundial with a bunch of characters. Decus Aditi Hospes. Louis le Grand Roi. Nice win. Let's see, and this one also is nice. Nice looking Jeton of Latte Cuncta Profundit. So I have a good mix of silver Jetons, so. Nice win for Nemesis there. And we should have the reward system back in play, Nemesis, as a heads up. Thanks for calling that out last time. I felt terrible. Super nice and flashy. Jacques Boulet, Dumartre, Mer d'Angers. I could see this Jeton bidding up nicely as well. And Brandon, good call out. I'm going to put that one ready for us. Beautiful. That one will go to Stack V Metals. Congrats. And then we also have, this one's kind of an interesting, it's the Parisian Philanthropic Society. It's dated to 1781. Maison Philanthropique de Paris. And it's got this interesting kind of farmer look to it. Then there's a beautiful village of, these two are Parisian themed ones. So we've got that one, and then we have -041, the Provost of the Merchants of Paris, with the ship and intricate lettering, references back to 1693, excuse me. And those ones are comparatively popular. And then we'll do the other French one that had been requested. And there's a couple other like sweet gems that I think people are going to be all over. A little bit of bidding battle going on. Try to get everybody some great historic items. Also, quick shout out to all the US types that we've not yet sold. We'll sudden death this one. Take a look through and see what we might have. This one's been cleaned, but it's really nice in terms of being able to see the detail. Super solid. Let's see, we've got a couple of silver ones. Nice one for Brandon there. Oh, that one's pretty. That's going to be a 1782. Maybe we'll sudden death it even. Nice, like toning over the patina. Sounds good, C. Appleman. We'll run that one. I want to try to priority all the US stuff just because I know there's. That one's fun and that should be cheaper. Super nice toning skin on there. Back to Seated Liberties. My guess, because we have a couple Jetton interest, we might have to like alternate if that makes sense. Let me just check what I paid for this one. I can run this one, just at like 20 bucks flat. I think it's pretty nice looking. JSB Coins. It's going to be the first bidder. We got like nice high quality seated types. Biblio Nerd, sure. I'll admit, I think I made $1 on the first one. So let me pivot and we'll do this, and then we'll do the 100 Mon after the next one after this. And this one also looks pretty good. We'll do a 100 Mon, and then we'll do another French Jetton. Nice 1890 seated dime. Again, good Cirque. These are not like super worn cull coins. Really decent. You can see all the around the rim. Maybe a little too much, but let's. And I wouldn't be super surprised if people start jumping in, but I'm not going to raise the price just because you're interested in them. I may go to 15 seconds here. I'm going to stick at that 10 bucks JSB coins, and then let me find a Jetton there. We got 11 real affordable. Let's see. This one is going to be 49 start. State of Brittany. A little fiery toning on the underside there. King Louis the 16th. Oh, this is the 16th. Excuse me, not the slightly mis-ID'd there by me. I would have been the one who ID'd this one. Nice fiery coin. And then let's do another 100 Mon. There's also some more seated stuff if there's any specific dates that people are after. And we've got 2 more of the Tenpo Tsuhos that we can run quickly. Yeah, let's get that 1305. That's a nice coin, 1885. JSB. And then we can do our last one here, last but not least. And then we're going to get the Seated Liberty, and then we'll do a couple Jettons, so we'll really be running all of the usuals. This one's a very nice looking example. Real clean. Nice eye appeal. Sudden death, though. We'll see if there's a flurry at the end. And that one will go to Biblio Nerd. Congrats. All right, let's do, as was requested, some of those nice seated dimes with, based where I bought them, I do have to start them for 20. Couple tiny scratch on the bottom, but really good limp coin. We'll also go a little further back as well. Nice win for C. This one's also, we have some earlier ones. This one's 1873 with some nice arrows, good looking example. Full Liberty. I mean, the coin looks nice. It's simple, not much more to it. Good US type coin. That one will go to DJSC. I think I've got a couple earlier ones, not too many. 1872, I think I've got one, maybe two of those. And I've got an 1861 actually, which should be pretty fun. That one we might go no sudden death, but Civil War date and really good looking. We're gonna dollar start this one. 30 seconds. See this one being popular. A little bit of probably old clean on there, but real old clean, nothing unacceptable, and some nice old toning as well. Yeah, that one could certainly fit up. Civil War date. Really cool. And at 34, I think a nice scoop for C. Congratulations. Well done. We got some nice Booker halves. Booker T. This would be like 15-second sudden death. $19.46. Couple hits in the back, but a nice looking coin. Big Pappy. Nice win. Let's see. We got. This one's 1950S actually. Start at the same. $20 start. Not surprised at all to see that one headed up. Big Pappy in the lead. Nice looking reverse. And then see what else. 1946. Let's try it. Not going to increase that start price, but this one's a good looking example. Donald PJ. And I think when I look around, I think we got one more. This one's nice too. Take a look at that beauty. Very cool. No increases on the start price, so I just got to give a solid deal. And sounds good. See Appleman. Let me try and find that one for us. Nice flashy 1950S. 0805. Yeah, absolutely. That one's like maybe a $60 start. The 1863 cent, and I maybe even 65. I think it's really a good coin. Well, Big Pappy, nice win. There's also some other seeded half dimes that are going to be a little more pricey. But yeah, take a look at how. Why don't we do 62? Kind of meet in the middle. No sudden death. Take a look at that reverse. Super nice coin. And then on this side, 1860, you can see clearly not cull at all. Obviously, it's circulated, but we'll see where this one lands. Last time, all the 3 cents really bid up with a nicer eye appeal like that. Maybe there's less competition today. Congrats on the pickup. And then, we do have some good 3 cent nickels. I see that there's a pre-bid on some of our half dimes. We've got different dates and denominations. This one is New Orleans Mint 1860 Civil War era. We're not going to increase it from a regular 45 start on the half dimes. But if people are looking for, Civil War half dime, minted in New Orleans, I think the New Orleans would have fell to the, I want to say Confederates, along with the Charlotte and Dahlonega mints. Congrats. Oh, maybe here's two more of these Booker T's that I'd forgotten about. 1946. We can run these two. The Monroe, I'd be happy to. I think I ran two of them. One, and I ran both at 39. One sold, one didn't. But I can run some more. Brave Job, I think I sold all the Pilgrims that I had, but I'll look for some more. We'll do our last of the Booker T. This one's nice looking too. We'll maybe bump it to 22 just because that's, all of them have sold there. Save people some time. I do have some of the Iowa, and there was requests around, let's see, WX AC 0504. I've pulled that one. Oh yeah, some nut gull. That would be really fun. Let me just take a little stand. I said I would do some of the Monroes. These could definitely bid up, could definitely stay as is. A little bit of toning though on this one I think is nice. Yosoi Crema. Oh yeah, and let me pull the knot guild. Let me just pull all this while we're going through. W06 3206. Oh yeah, it's a nice Martin Luther coin. And then the knot guilds. The knot guilds will be fun. That one will go to Smallwood. Let's see what else we have. We can sudden death just in interest in this specific example to get to the next coin. We can come back as well, but nice Monroe Adams 1923S. Monroe Doctrine silver. Yosoi will win that. Then the request is going to be 04. Let's just sense check what I think I need to be at to make sure I'm within reason, kinda. AC 07. It's a nice coin. Why don't we dollar start it just for fun and see where it bids up to? Hopefully high. Should be actually pretty sought after item. 1779. 20 Kreuzers. Let me see. I can maybe run another of the Monroes after it, just because they're real popular. C. Appleman sounds good. 0821. Gemini coins. Going back and forth here. Just a big fan of the German silver. Fantastic item. And that one will go to Horace Hardwick. Congrats. Monroe, we might do it or two. And then we got to get to the Martin Luther. Again, nice looking Monroe Adams. It's interesting to think about, back, this was over 100 years ago, and they're commemorating our early presence, just a different time for coins. Here's the Martin Luther. I do need to do a quick check on this one. What did I even pay for a Martin Luther? I paid $24.57. I'm going to start this one at $30. No problem if you're not interested. Oh, actually, this one's in really nice shape. I didn't realize that. It might be clean, but in better shape than I'd have remembered. It was a nice looking coin, but I totally get it. Swiss or German shooting metal coins. I will have some for next show. Let me just note that down. A nice one for Tack Brand. And then let's see, we've got a couple nice some dollar start coins from the 1700s that I think could be exciting to people. Some Duets from, this is from the Zealand Mint, really good shape, 1786, super clear reverse. And part of the Dutch East India Company. Whoa. That one will sneak by without even a dollar bid. That was crazy. But better to not sell than to sell for a dollar. Let's see what else. This one's 1758. Beautiful Jetton. Nice crest and toning. Let's see. $49. No sudden death. Good toning though. Flashy. Type. Ah. Oh no, it was out of focus for most of the coin. That's, I guess, okay. This one I'll do for 48 just because I could tell it's a little bit more clean than ideal, but actually it has retoned pretty nicely with some reds and blues. This light, I have a substitute light, is very harsh, so, but a nice State of Brittany, États de Bretagne. And then we'll get that request 910155. There's also a couple of the 5 Kopecks, which could be fun to offer. $17.50. Hey, JM. Probably got 10, 15 minutes. Oh, and there was a Smallwood request. Oh, and the Knot Geld as well. Okay. How long will it take you? Because if you're running errand, I may extend this one a little bit.
Yeah, no, you totally should. I would say like 30 minutes.
Perfect. Okay, so then if I plan till the original 6, that sounds good to me. A nice one for Brandon. Or maybe not yet. But I had a feeling it would go. Alex, I would get that stuff. I would wrap whatever you're doing so that we can quickly knock out the first pack there. Do you see what I mean? So there's no lead time.
Okay.
You have a nice zinc 15 Fennec knockout, but get so almost that you could jump quickly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How much time do you?
10, maybe 15 minutes. But I think, how long do you think it would take to wrap everything that you have?
10, 15 minutes.
Okay. I would, because what I'll also do is I'll try to have you pack, start. Well, I should probably sort, but I'll try to have you pick out all of the coins that we're going to pack together from the big graded orders, which are on my desk. So see if it could, be, very interesting knot geld here. Munich, beautiful 1918 scene. I guess, okay, I didn't realize that I had a lot of similar types, but this one is also Munich. I mean, it's a popular city, so I would rather have multiple of those. The next one will be a different type. Stadtgemeinde München, and the next is going to be Lorach. Lots of different types. That one will go for a nice little $5. I think very affordable. This one's cool. It has a very nice eagle. Reminds me of the Flying Eagle set. Or maybe not eagle. It's like a bird, but it looks like it is a octagonal Zinjetten Stadt Lorach. How many other knot gelds do we have? Not too many. Nice one for B.S. Hughes. city of Belingres. Really nice octagonal with some interesting like hatchets. Kleingeld, Gelder, something marker. And the eBay coins, I don't have much on eBay right now. Isaiah is away. And so just on Whatnot in the immediate. But we'll aim to have more eBay starting up back in July. Hesse Nassau. A nice win. And sounds good, C. Appleman. Sorry, I wanted to knock out all these. This one is a cool one. It's in good shape. In particular, city of Kirchheim unter Tech. And we'll do... Oh, yeah, thanks for the shout. Let's get some of those nice 3 cent nickels. I'm going to see where I need to be on them, but all the ones that I brought are nice looking. So let's look 5608 23. I can be at like 24 on these, but I think they might bid up depending on the type. No sudden death, because they're pretty solid dates and very nice eye appeal. Oh no, sorry, that was actually that's misdated. I really apologize. That's 1873. It was inventoried. We can cancel it, C. Appleman, or you can have it. It's your choice. But that is 1873, not 1878. I assume we should cancel it. Also happy to take, to sell it to you, but I don't want you to even feel a little bit of pressure. It's tricky though. It's like not easy to see. You'll take it? Okay, fantastic. Well, that's awesome. I've pulled, so 1873. Let's see. We've got, I know you had asked about this one, which is another interesting date, 1869. That one's real clear too, which is awesome. But we tried to just get nice looking examples here. 3 cent nickel, 1869. Beautiful. AD 2101. Fantastic. Let me pull that one. That's really good looking coin too. That'll be an 89 start. So I have an 1870 3 cent nickel. I tried to just get a bunch of different dates, but also high quality types. Congrats to C. Appleman. There's also talk I may start selling like real, like working with kind of some higher end specialists to offer like $2,000-$3,000 gold coins, up to like 20K. There's a couple hits on the back there, but it's in, again, very nice shape. 1870, not the most common date for these. Beautiful 3 cent history. I like 439. That's expensive, but I think it'd be the cheapest on the bay or anywhere to be found, really. We can do some of our nice. This one is Lucius Procilius. We have some great Roman Republican silver denarii. Fantastic looking. There you can see just a lot of detail. This is the specific money year that would have struck this, Lucius Procilius. It's like an early political appointment within the Roman Republic. So it would have been a good honor to be part of that. Here we have Head of Juno with a griffin leaping. This is a little pricier based off where I got it. Be a 109 start. And nice serrated denarius. Few scratches in the field, but nice coin. Love the griffin. And then let's see. I'm trying to think of other cool types that we've got in that we haven't offered too many of. We have a couple nice 2-cent pieces. I have not had much luck in finding those. I know you've mentioned it. I've kept an eye out, not like hyperactive for it, if that makes sense. I don't want to mislead you, but I also have been definitely looking, and I haven't seen anything obvious. This is a good looking, little rim bump, but like nice looking 1866 2-cent piece. Haven't offered any 2-cent pieces today. Nice chocolate brown look. There's a couple more Iowa Centennials. There's a couple more Monroes. Very open to running, kind of whatever. 1737 Zealand Mint. Oh, there was the. I know exactly the one to run. We'll do this one for a $5 start. Nice 1737 Netherlands East Indies. Nicely dated. And when you're good, I can drop off the. Colin will win that one. Here's the Hanseatic League. We'll start it off at 22. Bundesdeutsche Republik. I also have a World Cup coin from the same year. Nice one for Peep the Mule. I would say you could put any of the. I would just move it all to the other kitchen counter.
Okay.
And figure out what you're taking, and maybe put that to one side, then the stuff you'd leave on the other.
Okay.
Or if you'd prefer it to be like more relaxed, you could leave most. Totally up to you. That one will go to Terry G. Then I would say actually maybe just organize the graded ones by date. That could be a good idea. There's not tons of, I think, silver Jettons left. There might be a couple of them. 50, 80. It's looking like there might be 3-ish total. And as we wrap, I'll try to run these ones. Just they're frequently popular. No sudden death. C. Appleman. Let me grab that one. Pleasing. There's a couple copper ones too, so I could find some of those, but some of them can be a little pricier. Let's see the 1881 3-cent nickel. It's good looking. There's a tiny little rim hit in the bottom of it, just as a heads up, but we'll get that one cooking. Maybe we'll do this one for 1723 dated. Oh, that one's kind of an interesting reverse. I'd say, a little bit clean, but nice coin. Monoi. Oh, is that actually like maybe a coin where there's a place where they're striking Jettons and coins, like a die? It looks kind of like a coining facility. And then maybe one of these is left. I'm just going to do all, I think this is the last silver Jetton that I can see right in front of me here. This one is the Chamber of Commerce of the village of Lille, the Isle. And then we're going to do 56 for C. Appleman. And if you'd like some copper Jettons, let me know which type. But yeah, nice 1881 3-cent nickel is going to be next on the block. Any 8 reals? We have some, but they're pretty expensive. They're like Conception Shipwreck 429. There's one for Terry. And then right here we've got, again, 24 start. You can see a tiny little hit in the bottom, but very nice looking coin. Not be shocked to see other people jump in there. You don't want the Shipwreck. Then I don't think we have any of the 8 reals, unfortunately. See Appleman defending the bid. I'll go to C. Let's see. Let's think about some of the other ones here that we might have. I haven't tried any of these other ones. These are the line dollars. You know, we sold the one for $3.99. That was really nice. This one's quite solid too. $3.99 for a 1626 line dollar. Camp Shipwreck. You can get them on eBay for a good bit more. Try to offer people low priced. Though this one's clearly an expensive coin. And magnificent Shipwreck history, of course. Let's see what else. As we think about moving towards wrapping the show. Oh, that's nice chocolatey. Do it. But yeah, you'd be free to snag some of these graded ones. Maybe organize them by date would be helpful.
These 2 stacks right here.
Yeah, that way we can knock out the big graded package together. And even if you want to log into the whatnot, you can see then who's which ones go into the big packages. I'm probably gonna the Bunyard. I'll be on for another, call it 5 minutes or so. Let's see. This one is, we can do this. This is Utrecht, so slightly different mint. We'll do for $1 start. And my next stream, we're going to upload some shows right now shortly, but we're aiming to do a big show on both Friday and Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's see. These crowns have historically been popular. No problem if they're not today, but I do want to make sure that they're offered. Queen Victoria, couple of hits on the rim, which is pretty frequent on these types, but big time crown size silver of the 1800s in Britain. Infinite Tickets is going to be the first to bid. But yeah, these ones, I don't know, I feel like there's a good mix of dates. Interesting range. Infinite Tickets says that might have been a first buy. This one's 1890, so 1 year later. I always try to get different years because most people are, or not most people, but a lot of people that I've found try to round out their collection with different dates. Little hit in the top, but pretty nice looking. Always show it on screen. And oh, the 8 shilling, yeah, good call out. Nice win for Imperator. Let's see, this one's a little bit cleaned, as you can tell. I don't think that'll surprise anybody. The details on it are quite nice. Spain Pesetas, tell me what the skew is and I'll get it. So that was like really helpful by Horace. I immediately can go snag the 1797 German type. And then we'll do some of the other crowns shortly thereafter. Let's see, 06, 02, 03. What is this guy gonna... That'll be a 39 start with no sudden death, and then we'll do a couple more of those crowns, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be after them. WX40. We also have some of the Spanish or some of the French Indian rupees. Oh, people were asking about French colonial, and I totally forgot that I have my beautiful, beautiful Arcot rupees. Fantastic, though. And Gabe, I'll have some 4th of July condors ready to go, and we're buying more, or trying to buy them as we speak, from around the country. Here's French Indian. It's a rarer colonial type of the French. And in the past, these have bid up. I would say we used to start them at 65. We sold a bunch. Now we're dropped into 55, and they've been selling frequently. We did sell 17 of them for 55 and up, all the way into the 70s. I think 2 shows ago. That one will go to Terry. There's also a different type that's been pretty popular. Beautiful. Of French India, a different type of Phantom that I could consider, but I brought, I think, 4 of these here. So again, real nice shape Arcot rupees. 55 is going to be the starting price. And they all look different, but were you able to? You can also, yeah, you can also log in and see like who's ordered what, so you can start pulling for. Yeah, exactly. I would say the one with a bunch of graded, those will be what we'll pack here. Yeah, let me find that El Cazador J Dizzle notes. That's going to be 2 reals. And I know that there were some other requests. I will address all of them, and then I'll sign off here. 2 real, 2 real, 2 real. Where are the 2 reals? There we go. These have been 109 historically. And then we're going to do 92.64. Oh, yeah, then I totally forgot about the crowns. But you can see super clear reverse type as well. 1783, the date is clear as day there. J Dizzle, do you want any of the other Shipwreck ones? Like the, just while we're on the Shipwreck topic. Don't want to ignore that. Oh, some of these remaining ones are actually quite nice. We'll jump to the 5 pesetas request. 1892. It's a bit worn of a coin. 5 pesetas. A little bit of PVC haze, but also pretty fun. A youthful King Alfonso. Actually, it's the 13th, not the 12th. Totally, no, I'm glad to hear it. Glad that we got you to the point of being good. That's what my goal is. And there's that other French Indian type, which I paid 48 for those. These other French Indian types, so I'm going to start those at 57. Here is 52 start. I mean, real nice 1891. Are there any bumps on the edges on this one? I don't see anything. A tiny one up there, but nice like circulated cameo type look on this one. We've got 2 other crowns here. Sudden deathing it just to keep things moving. Then we'll do a couple more of the French Indian 1889 on the Jubilee here. And then last but not least, we'll get a another 1889, I guess, but see if anybody snipes it. Doesn't look like they will in this case. Okay, here 52, no sudden death, because this one's really sharp looking, I think. Beautiful. You know, even some little red toning around the date there. A good crown. super nice. And then we had said the French, there's like French India, colonial, Persian script. Let's see, where did I put it? 59, 57 start, why not? But bought these from a dealer who says they're pretty tough to find. It's minted at the Mahe Mint, so French Indian colonial, even earlier than the prior, in quite nice shape. Not something you see frequently whatsoever. And yeah, a special nice little coin. So tell me if there's any other closing requests. There's obviously a lot of coins in front of us that I can offer. Let me see. We've got a lot of 2-cent pieces, but we have some nice seated half dimes. We have some seated dimes, seated quarters. Copper Jettons, sure. Let's do, this one is a 1601. These are really starting to wrap the show tonight. SLQs I don't have, Jim. I'll try to find some. Oh, this kind of fits that bill, Riverstone. We have some of the duets, but I'm feeling a little tired, and we got to pack this big. Yeah, we're gonna do a big show on July 4th. Let's see. This one's a Tresor Royale dollar start to wrap things up, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to that one. And I think we might even then do a July 5th sale as well. So that'll be some big packing events on our end, and we are greatly looking forward to it. Shield nickel with raise. Let's see. Oh man, Horace, nice win. I think probably not so many more Jettons. Do we have any with raised shield nickel? I don't think so. No, I don't think we've got them. That's probably going to be it for tonight. Ancient Provincial I don't have today. And I will see you all soon. Looking forward to the next show. We'll be prepping it as we speak. Have a good one, and we'll find somebody to raid. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. We can go to maybe Classic Kid. See you guys.
Colony, if you